Live, mate.
Live! 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 Live!
I'm so tired.
Live! What's up, guys? Welcome to this episode of Beers and Breakdowns. In this episode, we're going to be talking about a pretty dope-ass movie, Sicario. I remember not liking this as much the first time I saw it as I did the second time I saw it. And that's because it took too long to explain why the really annoying and untalented FBI agent was there.
Are you talking about Emily Blunt?
Is that the chick's name? Why are you looking at me like that?
Are you serious?
She's the worst person in this entire movie.
Yeah, but she's gorgeous.
I don't give a shit.
She's a great actress.
No. What?
I think he forgets that we're only here for his tactical experience and not who he thinks.
That's true. Let's jump into Sicario. This first scene, oh man. It didn't even take long. Go ahead, run it. Oh my god. It's so stupid.
Alright, so he quizzed me on this before this started. I didn't really get it at first, but
What's off here, Abel? What do you see that's a little wrong? And he's like, they're wearing black? You don't fucking say. You have a straight up desert in the middle of the fucking day. You're going after like dangerous fucking targets that you know are armed and dangerous. Otherwise, you wouldn't have a fucking sniper position set up and you wouldn't have an entire SWAT team going in. And you're wearing all black? It looks like 15 fucking ninjas are about to raid this guy's house. Like, if anyone looked outside, they'd be like, hey, man, did you invite, like, fucking 17 shadows to come over and fucking hang out? Because they're all hanging out outside. And that sniper position you put up is, like, fucking 50 meters away from the house. It's so stupid. Like, they stand out so bad, dude. Remember the Clan from Ninja Turtles? The fucking ninjas are always flipping around.
God. I got pretty scared right now.
What?
The Clan? Just
Foot Clan.
There you go. That would have been better.
I automatically thought the Foot Clan. Alright, the Foot Clan's coming. Oh! All right, so that was my talking point, is when they decided for the breach, they were just going to drive the fucking car through the wall and then jump out the back of the vehicle. So they have this vehicle and it's got a tilt gate at the back, right? And so they're all in it like a SWAT team. So Denver SWAT uses, well, I don't want to tell you what they use, but they use I don't want it to be that easily identifiable to where you see it driving down the road and you're like, oh, that's Denver SWAT.
I didn't know.
But anyway, the SWAT team uses a vehicle that could hold all the packs, right? So, and then they could jump out quick. But to have the back end swing open and then you're running into the vehicle, like into the house, what happens if you have a guy with an AK-47, AR-15, 249, anything automatic, an MP5, and the back door opens and he just dumps a mag like this into the whole back? You're all fucking dead. Everyone's getting hit.
You don't think that crashing through the wall like that is enough to shock everyone to where you would reasonably not expect someone to shoot?
I mean, there is some truth to that. Speed, surprise, violence of action. I don't know, man. First of all, okay, so then let's say this. These guys are drug dealers, right? Like, mm-hmm. You're going after drug cartel. You don't know what they're up to. What if a kid is sitting behind that wall?
It's true.
And then, boom, you fucking smash through the wall. The wall comes down. It flattens the kid. You kill innocent people. You're a police force. You're not a military. You haven't been, pushing out all the women and children. Like, that's someone's house. Like, there's probably kids living there. Why do that? You have a door that's a soft door that could easily be breached with a battering ram, and you don't have to worry about killing innocent civilians and running them over or knocking fucking walls down on them. Why do all that damage? And then second, the city has to pay for whatever damages that they do. So like, you can't just fucking destroy people's houses and bring them to the, like, someone's responsible for that. The issue that I have here is the breach, the way of the breach. There was no steel on the doors. There was no reinforced doors that they could see. There's no reason to say we cannot breach this through a door or a window. So we have to use knocking the wall down, which in Afghanistan, Tom, I'm pretty sure it was Tom, on a mission that Tom and I were together. We were separated though, different cells. Tom decided to use, hey, just fucking ram the wall down because the door was a bad spot to get in. And they fucking used a MATV and just ran it and made their own wall, made their own door, fucking hit a wall, poof, opened the wall. So they did that in Afghanistan. But there's a time and place for it. And it's not someone's fucking house. All right, here's the next big issue with the CQB here. So anytime you enter a room, you're nut to butt. The number one man is right on the ass of the number two man. The whole idea is that number one man and number two man are getting into that room together and you're pieing your corners at the same time. So you essentially have two barrels in the room at the same time covering exactly that. That is CQB 101. Bad guy standing in the corner with a gun pointed at you. It's what every fucking buddy in any military trains for all the time. Not special operations, all the way down to the fucking most basic CQB is guy in the corner. Number one man digs his corner. Number two man digs their corner. You kill that motherfucker. And then, so she goes in, digs her corner, looks at it, is able to sweep all around, fall, shot goes off, and then she shoots him. Not once is this number two man still even inside the room. She's digging the number two man's corner and killing the number two man's guy, and he's not even inside the fucking room. And then he shows up and says, "Are you okay?" Like, no, motherfucker, almost died because I'm digging your corner. What should have happened is she goes in, he flows in right there. He goes pop, 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 pop. She digs her corner. She comes around, pop, 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 pop. Continues to her corner. He continues down this wall. Number three man comes in, pop, pop, unless he's completely dead. If he's moving at all, pop, pop. Four man comes in, pop, pop. Everyone's getting a fucking shot on that guy. Just saying, military is how we do it. Everyone is fucking putting bullets on that guy because the last thing you want is that guy that's like, and then shoots one of you.
Right.
They would have went over to the dead body, separated the weapon system from him so he can't use it, and it would have been clear, room clear, and then they'd be stacking to move to the next one. This was a shit show. All right, so then the last point on this scene is the fact that you have multiple police officers outside puking. Because let's be honest, FBI, police officers. I don't give a fuck what you call yourself. You're police officers. They always try to like give themselves these special identifiers. No, sir, I work for the government. I work for this. I work for the FBI. It's like, you're a fucking police officer. And so the fact that dead bodies are making this entire fucking team go outside and vomit is theatrics.
Yeah.
You see more fucking dead bodies. I was only a cop for 2.5 years, mind you, in Denver. I seen a chick with her face eaten off by her own dog to the point where it was clean bone. I've seen fucking people hanging, split in half from motorcycle accidents where their legs are hanging over their heads. Fucking dead bodies that have, like, in the hot sun, swelled up and exploded. Suicides with their heads blown off. You see that shit in your first year of being a rookie, and these cops are out here puking all over themselves. Bullshit.
I'll be pooping on your party promptly.
We'll take the tour with you. Loan us a couple pop guns.
All right, this is turning into an all-star affair. Keith, you want another hand on the exchange?
You sober? We'll be by the time we get there. Got a bottle in the truck in case your hands get shaky. No, I can always count on you, Keith.
All right, we'll gear you up as soon as we're done here. Now, Matt, you can be the tip of the spear.
I wanna be that.
We don't have to rob a guy from Delta. And be careful on
Delta.
the turnaround. If Federal is a shooter, it's going to happen.
So, like, this scene was surprisingly accurate for me. Like, this scene, just from my, special forces experience, not saying I know much, but this scene makes me think that they had some really good advisors. Because this scene, the way that they have the fucking final missions brief, so basically what they're doing is a final missions brief. And it's super important that everybody's there.
Right.
For exactly what this guy said. Whoever the guy at the front said, hey, this is what that guy looks like. Hey, this is what that guy looks like. Just like at the end of this brief, he was like, anyone not in this room, fucking shoot him. Right?
Okay.
But if you're not at the final mission brief with every character, every actor in that mission in the room, you're not going to know what everybody looks like. You need that time to see the other person. Hey, I am that guy. Delta Force is going to be at the outside. Stand the fuck up. Who is Delta Force? Nobody's too cool for that.
Right.
This is, everybody needs to know each other, because if you don't know who I am and I'm like coming in fucking crazy and you didn't pay attention in final missions brief and you didn't look at my face in final missions brief, you fucking shoot me. So final missions brief is super fucking important, and people stand up. Hey, Delta's gonna cover them. Delta, show who you are. Stand up. Look at everybody. Remember my fucking face, because I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be there at night. I'm gonna be running and gunning. You need to know the fuck I am. So I didn't look into like if they had what advisors or who the advisors were, but that scene is probably one of the most accurate in the fucking movies. It's
Nice.
like the multi-agencies doing a final missions brief, getting to know each other. It's pretty badass. This made me feel like I was back in it a little bit.
Get out of the car.
He said get out of the car. She stayed in the car.
Don't move! Come with it!
No. Compas. Suelte la pistola. Tírela.
Do you think that they would have pulled the gun on that scene? First of all, this is one of the best fucking scenes in the movie.
Oh, it's an amazing scene.
It's so badass.
Tense.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
They're all stuck in traffic. Everybody knows that the border is a spot to get tagged because you can't go anywhere. And as a police officer, we used to have to try and get around traffic. And hey, when it's locked down, like, unless you're willing to just straight up start hitting other cars, you get stuck. So they identified the gangsters, and that's what being a cop is like, dude.
Yeah.
People say you guys are racially profiling. No, the fuck we're not. You think that I'm gonna, like, it's so easy. Just like everyone watching this movie said, gangsters. Racially profiling. You just did it. It's criminally profiling. What happens is you get good at identifying gangsters. Gangsters typically drive in a pack. So 4 dudes in one car. One of them's got face tattoos. They're mean mugging. The way they look at other people. They're trying to pick a fight. They're hungry for it. They fuck you. You look at a gangster in the face, he doesn't fucking look away. He's, what the fuck you looking at? The way they look at you, the way they act, the way they carry themselves. Everything is a vibe. And what this movie did really well is that it showed that vibe. So the minute civilians and people have never experienced this looked at them and said, gangsters.
Right.
That's exactly what a fucking cop is doing.
Right.
Doesn't matter the color of your skin. I don't think... I've experienced a lot of gangsters in my day, and most of them, and this is why a lot of them are snitches, 90% of gangsters are snitches, is because preservation of life.
Right.
They don't want to fucking die. That's why they joined the gang in the first place for a lot of them. So the fact that these guys got a drop on them clearly by a bunch of badass dudes
Coming out of that SUV.
coming out of SUVs with AR-15s on you, and you're going to pull your gun up?
I also think that the cartel life is different. You know, if they go back without accomplishing their mission, or at least
a good
trying
point.
to,
Yeah.
they're probably thinking, we're dying either way.
Either way, yeah. Good point. Sick fucking scene, man. Love this scene.
Love it.
Pregunta, paisanos. ¿Quieren morir?
What the fuck are we doing?
Oh, shut the fuck up. Gosh, damn.
Would you stop?
killed
Maybe
me.
somebody was not well versed in the world of battling a cartel where you just kill people.
What the fuck are we doing?
I also think she's very pretty. And so I'm staking my case for her.
She's the worst.
but I will remember.
So he walks in to go interrogate this guy, and he puts his dick in his face.
Ahorita vas a ver lo que es conocer a Dios en tierra yankee.
No, mesquite. What do you keep looking at me for? No, I'm listening glass, remember?
You keep looking at me for.
Why is it? Why?
What the fuck?
What, he just threw him over?
No, he didn't just throw him over, dude. All right, here's the deal with this. This is the weirdest part of this fucking movie by far. So he goes in to interrogate the guy. He brings a jug of water, like he's gonna fucking waterboard him. And the guy was like, "Oh, feeling his belly." Before he was drinking water, he's like, "Oh, feeling his belly. That's fucked up, or that's messed up, or something." Whatever he says. And then he comes and he sticks his dick in his face. And then it cuts away. The water doesn't move. The drain is dry. And he's like, oh. So is he sodomizing him? Is he fucking raping his face? He's not waterboarding him. It's 100%. He's not waterboarding. This water never moves.
That just doesn't seem like a smart tactic, though.
What if he bites your dick?
Exactly.
And why would he want your dick in his mouth?
But all he
How is that torture?
It doesn't even matter what torture. Let's say it would give all the information that you wanted, right? At the risk of the fact that the guy just has to bite down really hard.
Yeah.
Then that's it. That's a wrap. So I don't think that's what it's conveying.
That's what it's conveying. That's what they wanted you to think. He brought in the water as an intimidation factor, and then all of a sudden he's gagging, and the water doesn't get touched. Dude, this is a big part of the movie, though. Like, what did he do? They left it open.
I don't know.
She's upset because she just found out that she is being used because they have to have an FBI agent on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
And so they're like, do you want to come or not? You could fucking stay here. It doesn't matter. And she's like, I'm coming. And so she goes out to her car and she grabs her fucking kit and she hands her partner plates and she says front and back plates. And they're like these fucking stab plates that are like an 1/8 inch thin. Look at it.
Back.
Okay, come on. Fuck these people, man. They be using us.
Look at those plates.
We don't have to do this.
I need to know what they used us for.
Doesn't matter what.
Yes, it does.
Look at her plates that she's putting in her kit.
We walking in this whole fucked up operation.
Listen, I don't know what you think protection you get out of that fucking 1/8 inch thick, fucking thin ass plate. She's like front and back. I'm like, bitch, we graduated together. Don't fucking tell me front and back. Like, I fucking know front and back. Like, somehow, now she's an expert on fucking plates. Mm-hmm. And she pulls out these little fucking baby thin ass plates that are like this big. She's like, we're getting in a gunfight. You're gonna need these. It's like, oh, thank God I got a protection right here in case my nipple gets shot. I don't want to get my nipple shot. So anyway, she pulls out these thin ass plates and she tries to give them to him. And he's like, oh, okay. To go get in gunfights with fucking rifles.
Right.
Instead of plates that could stop 5.56. And then she's upset that they just used her for her position.
Right.
Who gives a fuck? If they call me up, they're like, Buck, hey man, we just need a YouTuber to be on scene to sign off on this fucking badass mission. We're going to go against the cartel and we're going to fucking weapons free. You can do whatever you want. It's going to be fucking crazy. Just snipe the fuck out of dudes. Are you in? We're using you for your YouTube status. I'll be like, hang on one sec. Yeah, I think my schedule's free. I think I could be there. And I would be fucking ecstatic. And they'd be like, Sean, shut the fuck up. You're only here because your status. Just hang tight, hang in the back. I'll be like, just give me my gun. And I will go find work. And I'm going to kill a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to take advantage of the opportunity. And she's over here bitching about it. Like, get out of your ego, dude.
Like a beautiful woman. With
Stop with this.
That's menacing, man. So
The soundtrack in this is
such
fucking
good
gangster.
sound design.
It makes it so creepy. Yo, this guy fucking one-handed his rifle with his knife in the hand. That shit's either so fucking amateur or so pro. I can't tell the difference. Like, I'm stuck right in the middle. Like, I don't know if that's like super badass to have a fucking rifle and a knife, or super fucking dumb as shit. Like, I can't tell. I'm lost. I wish I could help
time would tell.
I wish I could help you out. I would never do that personally, but maybe this guy's just so much cooler than me that he's going to one-hand his rifle and have a knife for fucking shanking.
But it gets the point across so well.
It's so good. Why does he just run away from him like that? Like, this whole fucking cave scene doesn't make sense to me. Like, you got a stack, right?
Yeah.
You guys are going to stay nut to butt all the time together. So they start in a stack, and then all of a sudden the CAG dude fucking runs. Like, legitimately runs like he's running away from them.
Mm-hmm.
And leaves them back.
Okay.
That doesn't make any fucking sense. Mm-hmm. Like, none. Why would you leave them? Even if they're a liability. Especially, as a matter of fact, especially if they're a liability, you want them close. If you never shot before and you're in my stack, I'm not going to be like, hey dude, see you later, and run away.
Right.
I want you right next to me. Hey man, stay behind me, fucking gun down. If I need you to shoot, you'll know. Look that way, as a matter of fact. Take the rear. Shoot that way. Stay right next to me. And I'm going to keep looking back to see where you're at, because you're my responsibility.
Right.
This dude legit fucking takes off running like they're trying to ditch her. That doesn't make any sense. How does that benefit anybody?
Right.
You okay?
Gun.
Wait, stay on my six.
What the fuck? This shit's crazy, dude. Like, this shit is legit fucking nuts. At 1:30, it's almost unbelievable how confusing they can make it.
Uh-huh.
And how crazy this fucking situation is. So, like, they cut from the back of the stack, which they are, right? So you get this kind of, like, depth perception of they're back here and the rest of the group is up here.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, the camera's caught up, and they're doing like a bounding to where this guy's prone, he's shooting over top, so they're clearing all the tunnels. And then suddenly we jump back, and she goes to just bypass a tunnel to her left. She doesn't even fucking look, which obviously he was just shooting down. She gets shot in her rifle and then just dumps it. She doesn't check it. She doesn't see what's wrong with it. She doesn't see what happened. She just fucking dumps it and pulls out her pistol. Mm-hmm. And then they just keep going. Like, this fucking scene, the music, it's so badass, but it doesn't make any fucking sense. It's literally like, as soon as they got into the tunnel, the team thing went out the window. She left her rifle. Mm. My rifle is going with me. So let's say I'm going down. And for some reason, I'm being a fucking douchebag, and I'm not going to clear my corner and clear the open space, the to my left.
Right.
I'm just like, Jesus, take the wheel. I'm going to ignore that. And then a fucking one round goes off. Thank God that one fucking round goes off. It snaps my rifle out of my hands. My rifle's on a sling. It's going to swing to my left. I'm going to pull out my pistol, and I'm going to start dumping. Boof, boof, because I'm in life-saving mode at this point.
Right.
I'm not even going to aim. I'm going to dump everything I have, and then I'm going to try to aim on my way, and fucking, but my security is every round I could send. Hmm. So, boom. I hope to God I do this, but boom. Draw. Doof, 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 doof. Everything I got till it goes click, and then cover. Back to cover. Once I'm in cover, mag change, because this weapon system works. Mag change, I'm up, I can fire rounds.
Okay.
Now that I can fire rounds, I'm going to take with my left hand, so that way I could have security, and I'm going to look at my rifle. What happened to it? Is it completely jammed? Has it got a hole in it? Can I shoot it? What's going on? If I can fix it, I'm going to put my pistol away. I'm going to tell my guy, hey, pull security, weapons down. So he knows I don't have a fucking gun. He's going to pull security for me. While he's pulling security, I'm going to get it back up. Weapon up. maybe check it down that thing since we're already weapons hot. Doof, doof, doof. I'm good. Hey man, weapons up, let's roll. And we're on. That's the sequence of it. Oh, this is the funniest shit. This made the whole fucking movie worth it for me.
Manos arriba.
Freeze! Step away from him.
Put that down.
I mean it. Move away from him right now.
Don't ever point a weapon at me again. Get back on.
All right, so what's so satisfying about that scene?
Ah, fuck. First of all, because she's riding that fucking high horse so high. That social justice warrior, that fucking moral character is on cloud 9, and then he just fucking brat, 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 right in her fucking armor, and so she can't breathe. And he says, "Don't you ever fucking point a pistol at me again." I love that, dude.
It's a badass scene.
That was fucking justice for this entire fucking movie of her just being an annoying pain in the ass. Like, you don't know what you're fucking talking about. Shut your mouth. And he goes, bop, bop. And then she takes it to the side. So she just gets punked. The first half of the movie, she's a pain in the ass. And then the second half, there's just like, she gets shot. And then Matt fucking slams her ass and is like, calm your ass down. Because she punches him. Mm-hmm. Hilarious. All right, guys. So there was Sicario, badass. My issue is with the female FBI agent because she just wouldn't fall in line and accept the fact that she got given the keys to the castle when it comes to doing badass stuff. All right, guys, we hope you enjoyed that episode. Next, we're going to break down Sicario 2. Stick around, because that's coming next week. See you guys there. Peace. Laters. Deuce. Wasau. Peace out. Ka-chow. Ka-pow. Ta 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 ta. Slap it, slap it, slap it. See you on the next one.
Are you just walking away?
Yep. Peace, fucker.
I'm by myself. The room. Well, I will see you guys on the next video. Goodbye. That's Bidania.